I kind of got lost, you see? Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. This judge is a dumb. And hello! We are back. We found some very good evidence. And then Von Wrinkleface stole all of it. That would be helpful to our investigation. Except for one bullet that was found in the heart of Miles's father 15 years ago. It is now the trial on the final day. Let's go. One piece of evidence that he didn't take. My guess is that the gun that was used in this current trial was the same gun used in the murder from 15 years ago. But also, we don't know who owns that gun yet. That would be important evidence. 9:51 a.m. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Wah! What's the big deal? So sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. How does that work? If she got stunned, I don't think there would be leftover electricity to stun someone else that she touches. That's not how it works. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya? Maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! What's gone into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I've just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Courtroom number 3. The parrot. We're going to use the parrot as evidence today. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Why are you so open about us actually why are you letting us do our job? Why is he being so open about this? This is very suspicious. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness. Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. This is gonna be full of BS. I just know it. Why I left court? I'm not really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? Also note that his parrot's name is Polly. That's also the name of his late fiance's name. If he ever admits what his real name is, so far he hasn't done that. I think he knows exactly who he is. He's just pretending to be senile. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Why I left court. Cross-examination begins now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a save for like right here. Just so I don't have to go all the way to the beginning of the day every time. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I'm gonna press. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Yeah, who's Polly? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see? She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see? The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Conrad. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. This judge is a dumbass. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I don't like this judge. He needs to take control of his own courtroom. I swear to God. I figured it got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Grr. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. That seems like the kind of thing I should present evidence on. Hold on. So what was the thing we got? Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Still bears clear ballistic markings. Photograph of the scene of the murder. No one has mentioned who owns the gun. I feel like that's important information. File and DL6 incident. So we still have this. It's not everything is gone. No clues found on the scene. Victim, defense attorney trapped in elevator, returning from a lost trial with the son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. That is going to be important evidence. That the gun was fired twice. Court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. That's also important evidence. Polly. So I'm going to continue pressing. I'm not going to present anything just yet, but this might be... got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. Because the pair will actually say something, right? The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. But that doesn't prove anything right now, either. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had a motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over again until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. I didn't do anything. This is just happening on its own. Order, order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, tell us this witness's name. Yanni Yogi. Duh. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. We figured the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Nope. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how would you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What are you talking about, dude? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yeah.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What did I do? What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps he'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comedic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? The parrot's going on trial! Hell yes! No, you're not going to. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
This is silly.
Wizzy, if you're still here, you must be very happy. Order, order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm gonna do it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Can't believe this is happening.
Squawk!
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. He's talking to a parrot. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem, very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello, Squawk!
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do? This is very silly. Who is your owner?
Hello, Squawk!
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Oh my god.
Right, what do I say?
Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have we forgotten something? I was thinking, like, they have to lead with, like, her name is Polly. They know her name is Polly. So they have to say, Polly, what did we miss?
Squawk? Don't forget DL6, Squawk!
If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, Squawk?
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something? Something we forgot? Hello? Hello, Squawk? Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her to not respond if we asked we'd forgotten anything? You have to lead with her name. Oh my god, you idiot. Your Honor, that statement What the fuck, dude? I don't understand this game. It's so stupid. Hello, hello, Squawk? Answers to the name Polly. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to be like, say Polly first, or whatever. I guess the only other evidence is to show this. But they haven't said her name yet. They haven't said her name in court yet, have they? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I mean, what else can we do? What's your name? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, Squawk? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does that have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parent's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who was the taker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor? Prove that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity. Take that! Take that! Get wrecked. The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time? Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Answers to the name Polly. You must speak to me. Can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Bro! Can we do the other option? Have we forgotten something? What's the safe number? I believe that's a... This is a dumb answer. This is dumb. This is dumb! Wife, fiance. That was a bad idea. I'm gonna save over this. I hope at some point I'll have the ability to just like start all these over at some point, right? I don't have to like start the entire game over. I can just start an episode over. Screw it. We're saving over it. I don't care. Maybe I'll get her to say the number off that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in that shack? 1228! 1228! My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you weren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Hi! Kitty, what are you doing? There's a cat. Kitty! Come here, kitty cat. No? Okay, she's just gonna lay down. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Is it gonna be on here? 1228. Yeah, it's this again. The date. A DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Where in this file is something relating to that safe number? In the case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date in which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 001 because I'm number 1. Bro, you're really just gonna tell us your PIN number? Okay. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness? Tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh, he's angry. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
He's not crazy anymore. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity.
Acting for 15 years. Well, well. Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. We did it! We got the truth out! I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth? Innocent. On this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? Nope. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? That's a good question. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. However... Yep. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What? What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was a murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? I can't let him. I won't let him. It's not going to end this way. I won't let it. I have to bring that bullet into question. The gun was fired twice, okay? We have to bring that up. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't a suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DL6, the Statute of Limitations, which ends today. The culprit is me! No! Why would you do this? Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime.
A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Ah.
It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. So he's not guilty for this crime. But the thing is, right? He was 9 years old. Shouldn't he be tried as a juvenile in that case? And also, it was accidental. He didn't mean to do anything, and I'm pretty sure he didn't do it anyway because, again, he threw the gun, so it probably fired a bullet. So if the gun was fired twice, there was one bullet that went into his heart and another bullet that went through the glass window of the elevator. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. Can we take a look at this? Does it say in there anything about that? First of all, let's take a look. So yeah, there's a bullet going through the glass there, and another bullet that landed into his father's heart. Still bears clear ballistic markings. No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped. One bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. See, this is the important thing. Murder weapon was fired twice. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. It's not murder! First of all, if it was accidental, that'd be manslaughter. Not murder. You didn't do it deliberately. And second of all, I don't think you did it. This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.